This right here is the Seagate Expansion 26 terabyte hard drive. I recently picked 2 of these up for my kit, and I am going to be unboxing and reviewing this one and talking about, is this worth it for you in your video archival journey? This year I picked up 2 of these 26 terabytes from Seagate, but these hard drives are awesome because they are archival drives and they also can be edited off of. So I have been using one to edit off of, and this will be the backup for this year. So one of the things that's interesting about my workflow is I tend to go through about roughly 18 terabytes every year to 2. So I progressively bought bigger hard drives every year, but this model here is, I went to Seagate this year because they had the cheapest option. I picked this hard drive up for roughly $215 up at Best Buy, and it has been one of my favorite purchases because now I just have a bunch of space to do all my stuff with, and I'm safe for this year for client work, for other projects, and it's just a great investment to keep your data safe. So right up here on top we have a little bit of some paper, and we will unbox it. Now it's super simple. Every desktop drive kind of has these compartments. First, we have the hard drive itself. Now, what's interesting about this hard drive is it actually lays horizontally on your desk, like so. So here is the logo right here, and we will take it out of the packaging. So that right there is the hard drive. The hard drive is in an enclosure. The hard drive's in an enclosure on the side here, so you can see it through there. But it's super simple and pretty easy. And then on the other side, you get these data ports. So we have the worst connector ever, the mini and micro USB combined connector, as well as a DC 12-volt jack to power the drive. It literally is just a hard drive in a chassis that you can plug into. But they offer really cheap options, and they're not bad at all. And then on the other side, you get your the cables. Now, super simple. You start off with this amazing connector that we all have come to love and adore. I have too many of these, and I hate them. But it's fine. It's USB. It's fast enough. It gets the job done. I just wish we could move to USB-C. And then you have this international charging brick here. So I will go ahead and open that up. You have your drive, and then we are in North America, so I will slide on the right connector. So this is what the hard drive looks like. It's super sleek, minimal. The thing about it that's interesting is it is horizontal leaning. But let's talk about the pros and cons of this hard drive. Now, why might you use a hard drive like this? There's a variety of reasons. I would say the top 3 are going to be to store your projects, to store family and home media, and also to act as an archive. Now let's talk about the first one. So storing your projects, this hard drive is incredible. I have 2 other Western Digitals, but these are all rated the same speed. I know they're different companies, but this is kind of the same product from those lines. What I love about this product is it is super fast, 250 megabytes per second read and write, which means I can edit my Red RAW from my Red Komodo, my Blackmagic RAW from my Blackmagic, all the way down to the Canon R5 and the Fuji X-H2S and all the other cameras that I use with on a day-to-day basis, no problem. This is so great when I'm doing my demo reel. I can reference all my footage in a way that honestly you can still play back pretty decently, and it's no problem. The other thing that I like about this hard drive is it's pretty affordable. So I paid $215 for 26 terabytes, and I bought 2 of them. So for about $500 pre-tax, I got a system of 62 terabytes of storage in a compact solution that's on my desk. Now I use 2 of them because I use one as like my working drive as well as my backup drive, and then this is like the archive of that. So this is backed up. This is cloned using Carbon Copy Cloner. So basically whatever I put on that drive gets automatically copied over to here. Why this is important is I don't want to lose any of my data, but also it's just an affordable way to make sure that my data for my clients and my active projects, as well as this year's work, is kept safe for decades to come. Now, a few things to note is this hard drive is technically slow. So compared to an SSD, SSDs start at 500 megabytes per second and normally are about 1,000 to 2. This is a problem because like 8K red raw footage as well as RE raw are gonna take up this hard drive very quickly, and it's not gonna be fast enough to play back those clips on this hard drive. So that is one thing to consider. It's also kind of clunky because you're going to need a power brick, so you're going to need enough power outlets as well as a USB-A. USB-A is fine because I just plug it into my dongle on my desk. Now let's talk about family stuff. I think this is a perfect drive if you are looking at needing to get a family hard drive to store, family photos over the years. This is plenty of space for most people, and if you record a 4K video on your phone, it still could fill up relatively quickly. But I think about this as this is a solid archive of maybe the next 10 to 15 years of home memories can be stored on this drive, and this will be pretty safe. Now, like I said earlier, you're going to want it to back up. But if you pay for a service like Apple iCloud, and this is kind of your second option that you can reference on when you're at home or whatever, this is a great solution for people who want a central location for their documents, taxes, as well as family photos, and don't want to pay the online fee, or just want a solution that's local that you can feel more secure. This is great. Now it is slower, like I said earlier, so I would say, be on the weary that it could get a little bit slower than using an SSD, but this isn't bad. It's just something to be aware of. Now the final option is Archival. So down the road, I will definitely be investing in a NAS system. And when I invest in the NAS, the thing that is interesting is you still have to keep backups of the NAS, and this is what I will use to back up the NAS. Drives like these that are simple enclosure hard drives that have speed and that can sit there and not do much for years to come, that's what the benefit of these drives really are, in my opinion. Hard drives tend to go bad 5 to 10 years. That's probably a pretty optimistic view that hard drives last that long. So it's important to realize that they're still going to die, but having a backup is better than not having a backup, and this is definitely the most affordable backup on the market right now. 26 terabytes for $215 is an incredible deal. I've been using the other one a lot, and it's been phenomenal. It is allowing me to edit my reel right now. It's allowed me to back up working client work, and it's just kind of an overall great investment. So if you're interested in getting this drive, it will be linked down below, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next week. Sweet, got that done.